Hi, I'm Kevin Weeks, and you're watching OpenIceHockey.com.
You're off to cover the NHL Finals for the NHL Network. Give us your opinions on the series between Vancouver and Boston. A lot of people had them pegged as the two finalists at the beginning of the season. Give us your opinion on the final.
Well, I think it'll be a great final. On the NHL Network, in our playoff preview, I actually thought that Boston would come out of the East if Patrice Bergeron played, and he did, and they came out of the East. So I 1-for-1 there. I won't tell you who my pick was. Okay, I'll tell you who my pick was in the West. In the West, I actually had Anaheim coming out of there. The way they were playing down the stretch, they had a lot of good things going on. But I think when you look at this Cup final, I actually covered and called the Boston-Vancouver game during the regular season for CBC, for Hockey Night in Canada. And that was an interesting game because both these teams play very well defensively, but they can both score. They both score well 5-on-5. But an interesting fact here is when you look at Boston, Milan Lucic is a Vancouver boy. Played for the Vancouver Giants in the WHL, Memorial Cup MVP. He's going back home. And that game we called this year, he was a beast. He factored in on all 3 goals. They ended up winning that game, the Bruins did. I think that'll be an interesting matchup, I should say, but it could be a mismatch in favor of Boston with that first line. Who's going to defend them? Who's going to go up against that first line? You've got Horton and Horton and Lucic, 2 power forwards, with Krejci centering them, who's not afraid. He makes great plays, and he's also scored goals. And I also think another tough matchup for Vancouver is having Big Z's, Zdeno Chara back there with Seidenberg. They've been excellent so far in the postseason, and we saw the fits that Suter and also Weber were able to give Vancouver when they played that Nashville series. So it'll be an interesting series. Either way, you heard it here. I think it's going to go 6, maybe 7. I won't say who I think wins, though. You got to tune in.
Give us your 2 X factors. One for Boston, one for Vancouver. Who do you think the 2 players need to step up their game in order for each team to win? We know the big guys, but maybe some guys that have flown under the radar.
Well, I'll say as far as a big guy, if you will, I think Lucic needs to be Lucic. And the fact that they're playing against Vancouver, his hometown team, he's going to want to be a star and be a stud this series. And I think when I look at Vancouver, it's going to have to be Henrik Sedin on the big picture scheme. When I look at guys that are a little bit lesser known, I'm going to go Michael Ryder for Boston, and I'm going to go with Jannik Hansen. Very underrated this playoffs. He's been excellent on that third line. Great speed. He's made some good plays, and I think he's played very well.
Thanks for your time, Kevin.
No problem, man. Anytime. My pleasure.
From the Night Spark Training, I'm Jesse Michael for Open Ice Hockey with Kevin Weeks.